Hi, everyone. Welcome to day 6 of Reading Fiction and Book Clubs. We are going to be focusing on plot today. So, here's your agenda. As you continue to read your book club book, you should have ideas about the development of the plot. Today we are going to focus on some questions about the plot in our groups. It says breakout groups, but we're not going to be having a live session today. I will share how I answer the questions about the plot and number the stars. Then you will work with your group to answer the questions about the plot of your book club book, and we will not be sharing as a group. Okay. So this is a plot diagram, and this is an example, and this is something that I would like for you to complete independently. I am not going to assign it yet because, as you can see, this is as far as I could get, was only up to the 8th detail of the rising actions. We haven't even gotten to the climax or the falling action yet, so you would not be able to complete this unless you've finished your book. But anyway, I just wanted to show this so that you will know how to do this when it comes time to do it. So the rising action, number 1, the girls are questioned by soldiers on the street. 2, Mrs. Hirsch's store is closed. 3, the Rosens leave and Ellen moves in with the Johansons. 4, Nazis come to the Johansons' home and question them about the Rosens. 5, Anne-Marie hides Ellen's Star of David necklace. 6, Mr. Johansen shows the baby pictures of Lisa, Anne-Marie, and Kirsty to the Nazis. And 7, Inga Johansen takes Ellen, Anne-Marie, and Kirsty to the seashore, her brother Henrik's house. And then number 8, the family plans to mourn the death of a relative Anne-Marie has never heard of, and Henrik uses the code, the weather is good for fishing. So he used the code, the weather, or Mr. Johansen had asked earlier in the story, is the weather good for fishing? So it's code for something. So the protagonist of the story is obviously Anne-Marie, and the antagonists are the Nazis. The setting time is Denmark in World War II, and the setting place Copenhagen in Gilleleje. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I tried to look it up, but anyway. The internal conflict, will Anne-Marie be called upon to be brave? So that's what she is struggling with. And then the external conflict is the people of Denmark versus the Nazis. Okay. So here is the model of the questions I want you to answer today. So the questions, there are 5 today. We usually do 4, but this day we're going to do 5. So what mood or atmosphere is the overall structure of the story intended to evoke? How do you know? The mood overall is a little dark because you're always thinking about the threat of the Nazis and wondering what they might do. There are cheerful spots when the children are playing and when Henrik, Anne-Marie's uncle, and Inga, Anne-Marie's mother, are teasing each other, but there's always a sense of foreboding. And I didn't actually answer the second part of the question. So how do I know that? I know that because they are always whispering, talking in code, and things like that. So they're frightened. They're definitely frightened. Number 2, what one thing would you ask the author to change about the plot if you were to write to him or her? And my answer is, in a way, I wish that Inga didn't talk so much about Henrik needing a wife, because I like to think that everyone can be self-sufficient, but I also know that the story takes place in the 1940s. Her comments are appropriate for the time period. Okay. Number 3, what are the main problems that have arisen thus far in the book? At this point in the story, which problem is the most significant and why? The problems include Nazi encounters and fears of Nazi encounters. In the very first chapter, the girls encounter Nazis on the street corner. The reader can infer that Nazis shut down Mrs. Hirsch's shop, and the reader knows that the Nazis got lists of names from the synagogue. The Nazis interrogate the Johansons in their home and harass Mrs. Johansen and the girls on the train. And I think the most significant problem, and I didn't answer that either, but the most significant problem is that they're trying to, the Johansons are trying to help the Rosens in the best possible way that they can, and they need to protect Ellen at all costs. Okay, number 4. If you could only choose one event from the story to use in describing this book to a friend, what event would you choose? Do you think you could convince your friend to read the book based only on this one event? If I could only choose one event from the book so far, I would choose the scene where Mr. Johansen rips the baby pictures from the album to show the Nazi soldiers that his, quote, daughter, Lisa, who's actually Ellen, has dark hair. It is very suspenseful. Number 5, describe a point in the story at which you didn't want to put the book down or couldn't wait to find out what happened next. What made that moment in the plot so compelling? So I think I've reached the point where I don't want to put the book down today. I'm very curious about what the family is going to do with the coffin in the living room. I have an idea, but I will be interested to see if my prediction is correct. Henrik claims that there has been a death in the family, but Anne-Marie doesn't know the person he is talking about. Okay, so here are the objectives. So fiction, plot. Readers analyze the plot of a story as they read. Authors use background knowledge of plot, character development, rising action, climax, falling action, problems, resolution, conflict to make, let me fix that. It should just say to engage. It should say to make readers engage with text and develop comprehension. All right, so today, like I said, since we're not having a live session, the directions are a little different. So you just need to move to your slides and find your name on the colorful slide. Do not delete any slides for any reason. There's no reason to delete slides. Please don't. Write about the plot of your book club book. Write your thoughts on the reading above character pages. So here, I said you can skip the colorful pages. Just your names are already written on here just to help you, but I black them out because I don't need them to be all over YouTube. So here, this is group 1, group 2. Group 1 is Anne of Green Gables. Group 2 is Black Beauty. Group 3. I put the people's names in the wrong place. Is Call of the Wild. Group 4 is Robinson Crusoe. Group 5 is The Secret Garden. Group 6 is The Three Musketeers. Group 7 is Treasure Island. And Group 8 is The Wizard of Oz. So that's where you will be working. And I look forward to seeing what you do. All right, see you soon. Bye.